Okay, we are going to be working on our chicken. This is the things that you need to have from home or from your classroom is your scissors, a pencil, and your glue. Now, if you forgot a pencil, there are pencils on the top of the cart that you may borrow. Just make sure you return it. So these things you'll be coming from your pencil pouch. Things that I am providing, we will have a basket, and in the basket you'll have your black, orange, and red paint stick. You'll have a square of orange and a square of white. This is going to be the beak. This is going to be the eye, and then the paint sticks we're going to add, layering them on top to add the other details. And I will be telling you when to pick this up off your cart. And everybody will have their own basket. Also, I will be providing a template of the chicken's body, so we will be sharing these, so just understand I will be passing these out. And then you have your pink and your black painted paper. Please make sure you flip it over and check to make sure that these are both your papers, because your name should be on the back. Now, when we are using a template, that's what this is, to trace onto our paper, we always want to trace it where our name is, on the back. We do not want to trace it on top where the paint is, because if you accidentally mess up, you'll be able to see it and you can't really erase it. So if you're tracing it on the back and you mess up, it doesn't matter, because this is the side that will be glued onto the paper. So you're only using the black paper to trace, so you're going to make sure you have your black paper in front of you. Make sure, it really doesn't matter if your black paper is vertical or horizontal. I'm going to turn mine horizontal just because that's the way my camera is. Make sure that you're looking at your name. When you get your chicken template, you're going to lay it right in the middle, and then this is when you're using your pencil. Again, you will be able to see this on here. You just have to look very closely. Now, when you trace, it's very important, the extra hand, you have to hold the template down, because if you're trying to do it without holding it, every time I push against it, it moves. So you put it in the middle, take your hand that is not holding the pencil, hold it down, and you're going to make sure you're drawing on the black paper and tracing it by following the line of the template. Now I'm trying to go dark so you can hopefully see it on here. And again, I'm just holding that template down, tracing around onto the black paper. I don't want to be tracing on the brown paper. I want to be tracing it onto the black paper. Again, I'm just making sure you can see it. So once you've done this, I will be telling you if you need to pass this to the person that is also at your table. Pencil down. Once you have it traced, that's when you're going to pick up your scissors. Again, this is only on the black paper, but this is not the pink paper. You're going to take your scissors and then you're going to cut. Now, scissors, there are two holes. There's a short fat and a long hole. If you've never used them, make sure that the sharp part is pointing out. We don't want to cut towards our belly button. We always want to cut out. Your short circle, the fat circle, is pointing up. That is where your thumb goes. The long circle is where your 2 or 3 fingers go. Now, I know people complain that they can't use little scissors. If Miss Lawson can use little scissors, I know everybody that I teach can use little scissors. So again, thumb is up. You're using the other hand to hold the paper, and you're going to follow the line. I don't care about my name. I'm not worrying about my name, because my name is going to be on the pink paper. That's where we're gluing this to. Okay, again, these are my scissors, so make sure you put your scissors back. Trash, there will be a trash can at your table. Each table has their own trash can, so that will go in your trash can. You do not have to get up. Make sure that you know which one's the back and which one's the front. Obviously, the painted paper side is the front. The name on the side is the back. This is where your pink paper comes in handy. So your pink paper is the background. It needs to be vertical. And then your black paper is going to go in the middle. So glue stick, depending on what kind of glue you have. I do have glue stick, so I need to turn it up. Hopefully it's still sticky. Make sure I'm looking at the side that has the name, which is the back. And I'm just going to rub my glue all over the back. Okay, make sure I turn it down. Snap the lid back on, put that back in my supplies, flip it over. And I want to make sure that the tail is closer to the edge than the head, because the head we have to add the other parts to it. I just kind of want to rub to make sure it sticks down. Make sure you have room at the bottom because we do have to add legs. So you need more room on this end where the head's going to be, and more room at the bottom where the legs are going to be. Okay. So this is when the other supplies come in handy. Now we have to do this in a certain order or you're not going to be able to have all the parts. So we're going to start with the eye. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can take your white piece of paper and you can draw eye. Now be careful. That's way too big. So as I follow it, I'm just going to make it smaller. And if I need to keep making it smaller, but we're making a circle is what your goal is. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, still a tad too big, so I'm going to cut it down some more. Okay, so again, trash, make sure that goes in your trash bucket at your table. Get your glue stick again. Now, because this little white piece is small, I am going to put the glue on the paper and then stick my eye. Okay. And then you're going to take your black and you're going to put a dot. Remember, turn it up like a glue stick. Ooh. Ooh, my glue paint stick's coming apart. Okay, make sure you turn that down. Snap, put it back in your basket. So you've just done the eye. Now we have to do the comb with the red. Now be careful, make sure you have the red, not the orange. They look very similar. Turn it up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 bumps and then come down in front of the face with like a long bump. Again, this has to be done before the beak because we're going to put the beak over this. So make sure it's big enough where it's going to hang below the beak. Okay. Put the red down, snap the top on. Then you're going to get your orange and you're going to do a triangle. Again, is that going to work? No. So even if I draw it too big and cut it out too big, I can still cut it down. Trash can. Okay, way too big, so I don't want the beak to hang off the face. Okay, much better. So again, I have to be careful because I want to make sure that red paint is dry. So I don't want to rub over it. I'm going to do my glue stick, so I just take the beak and kind of rub it atop. Stick it over that, right in front of the eye. Put the top on my glue stick. Make sure my trash is in the trash can. So the last detail is adding our legs. So I'm going to come down to the bottom. This is where your orange is working. And depending on how much room you have at the bottom, your legs may be longer. So 2 lines, that's each leg. And then I'm going to do a V forward and 1 toe back. A V forward and the toe back. So turn this down, snap this back on. Make sure that my my paint sticks are all closed properly. Make sure that my supplies, my scissors and my glue are in my pencil container. If I borrowed a pencil or it's my pencil, make sure I put that back. And then Miss Lawson will be telling you when to put this back on your carts, making sure you have your supplies, and then you'll be walking your chicken to the drying rack to dry. I hope you enjoyed creating our painted paper chicken.